So naughty you are. So naughty. You like it when I rub right there? Hey, guys. What did I tell you about knocking? Jeez. I was just, start the show. Welcome once again, my Android friends, to Friday's episode of the ManDroid Show. I do apologize for not having a Tuesday show. I had some stuff I needed to do. If you guys follow me on Twitter or Instagram, you know what that was about. Anyways, guys, I love you with all my heart for clicking in every week. I appreciate it. You guys are awesome. So let's talk some Android. Alright, what the f is this? Whatever it is, it's giving me a boner. Apparently, this is a mock-up for the Nexus 2. Yeah, that's right, the Nexus 2, as in Galaxy Nexus 2. Yeah, this mock-up was created by Kilo-chan from Concept Phones. I must say it looks pretty sweet though. You got an edge-to-edge screen, so it's like just pure Android awesomeness like all over the place. Which who doesn't want that? The only thing that bothers me is the shape reminds me of a Motorola phone. Does anybody else see that? Not too fond of Motorola phones, but like I said, this is a mock-up. This is not what it's gonna look like, guaranteed. I want HTC to make the next Nexus phone. Can you imagine? Oof. Oh yeah, I can imagine. I've had many dreams of moisture about it. Let me know what you guys think down below in the balls area. You guys like this mock-up or do you hate it? Does it extend you or deflate you? Alright, Jelly Bean factory images for the Nexus 7, the Galaxy Nexus, and Nexus S phones have been released. If you guys aren't familiar with factory images, basically what this does, if you mess up your phone, as in you f it up, you can go back to stock and everything's all good again. I mean, we all mod our phones and when we go crazy with it sometimes, you know, it's really an addiction. You find something that you want to like put on your phone, so you start flashing, you start rebooting, recovering, blah, then all of a sudden this happens. Alright, finally I got inverted MySpace. Yeah, don't let that happen, but yeah, factory images have been released, so if you mess up, you can go right back to stock. Hey, check out this ugly piece of shit. Yeah, this is a supposed leaked image of the iPhone 5. I don't know, to me it just looks like an iPhone 4S that took some extends pills. You know, those wiener enhancing pills? Yes, Apple needed some help. Yeah, this hasn't been confirmed that this is the iPhone 5, but I mean, yeah, it looks exactly the same as iPhone 4S. I mean, pretty much anybody, you iPhoners out there, pretty much you're getting the same phone over and over again with some added features. But it's okay, I'm not gonna hate. I'm try not to do that this show. I'm gonna be civil. It's a freaking piece of shit. Anyways, guys, let me know what you guys think down below in the balls area. I already know what you guys think. The iPhone blows. And speaking of the iPhone, are AT&T and Verizon reps instructed on telling people not to get the iPhone and get more Androids? Well, that's just common sense, right? Yeah, a report was released at AT&T for their reps to sell customers more Windows and Android phones rather than the iPhone. Then there was a report from a guy named Jeff Stern who went to a Verizon store. First he wanted to check out the Galaxy S3, but the rep just totally was, he gave the iPhone some crap. Saying stuff like they released the iPhone 4S because Steve Jobs died, so they need, they wanted people to be like, hey, here's a phone with some added features, which that's pretty effed up, man. Then he said stuff like Apple servers are small, so when you connect to Siri, it just redirects to Google anyways. Winning. And then followed it up by saying every icon looks the same, so it's hard to find your icons, which is sad, but all those statements are kind of true. The first one's a little messed up, but the last two, I mean, it's true. I don't know how many times I've gone on someone's iPad or iPhone and I can't find like their system preferences because all the icons look exactly the same. Change it up, you Apple tards. Yeah, when I wrote up the article, I got a lot of comments about it, and a lot of people were like, yeah, awesome, and a couple of people were even verified. I think somebody from AT&T said, yeah, they do instruct us to sell more Android and Windows phones, probably simply because there's more Windows and Android phones. There's only one iPhone. Not to mention Apple kind of dictates, hey, you gotta do these guidelines. And Android and Windows are probably just like, just sell, Apple, fortunately they just like to keep a tight-knit grip on everything in the market. I mean, which is good, I guess, but still, they're just digging their own hole. I also heard that the reps actually get more commission for selling Android and Windows phones more than they do an iPhone, so that does make sense. Anyways, let me know what you guys think down below in the balls area. If you work at AT&T or Verizon, are you instructed to sell more Android phones than iPhones? Let me know. Another point goes to Android. Alright, to all my hardcore gamers out there, isn't it kind of hard to move from, like, you know, having a controller to doing mobile gaming? I don't know about you, but sometimes I look like this. Just, okay, alright, hold on, don't, I'm gonna get him, let's see, can I just, yeah, that was called a mobile gaming dance. Well, in comes the solution that my brain should have come up with. Game Clip is a simple little clip that connects to your PS3 controller to make your mobile gaming experience awesome. I mean, look at that. So simple. I mean, the developers made it where we can connect our PS3 controllers to do our mobile gaming. The only thing is you gotta have it on your leg or prop it up or something like that. And then these guys, how did I not come up with something like this? A simple clip. This thing's gonna be big because when this dropped a few days ago, I mean, it was all over the net and a lot of people were really excited about it, including myself. One of the main reasons why I wasn't super into like the big time like RPG games was because it was just kind of hard to navigate through on my little phone. But now that we got this, I'm liking it. Of course, if your phone is rooted, you can use the wireless PS3 controller, but if you don't have a rooted phone, it comes with the USB cable where you can connect it, but make sure that your phone is on the list. If you go to the website, they have like a little list for all the phones that they support. So if your phone's not on the list, there's a chance it might not work, so just be careful. I don't want you guys to cry. Seeing you guys cry makes me cry. Alright, the only update I have this week is HTC and AT&T are finally rolling out an OTA update to fix that freaking menu button problem with the HTC One X. Actually, it's for all HTC One phones. Even the One S, and I'm sure the Evo, they all have it where, hello, no menu button, where, no? Yeah, that was one of the design flaws for the HTC One phones, is the fact that, yeah, there's no menu button, and when we get apps where we need access to a menu, like these three dots would form at the bottom to make your screen just a little shorter, which it wasn't that bad, but it was just kind of an eyesore. So yeah, if you haven't rooted your phone, because now that I rooted and got a ROM on there, all the developers finally fixed that problem. But if you haven't rooted your HTC One X yet, there is an update rolling to you where it gets rid of that. If you go into your settings, you'll be able to set that recent apps button to either keep it at recent apps, or you can make it your menu button. They also give you the option too if you want to like quick press for menu and long press for recent apps, or the other way around. Who knows? Well, alright guys, that's all the news topics I have. It's time to answer some questions. I got one big long question actually from a fellow HTC One S brother. His name is Machiavelist. He's seeing quadrant scores up to like 5100 for the HTC One S, and he's wondering why he's only getting about 3500. First of all, quadrant scores, who really cares? I mean, yeah, it's nice to see a nice high number when you run a quadrant score, and I will admit every time I upload a ROM, I run a quadrant, but I don't like dwell on it because as long as it feels fast and it runs smooth, it's no big deal. But I think the reason why is because you haven't rooted your phone, man. You said you didn't root it, and that's the reason why. I mean, I remember when I ran a quadrant score, when I first got the phone before I rooted it, it was, you know, probably around where you're having, and then once I rooted it and uploaded my first, I think it was the 0 ROM, I did in fact get like around 51 and stuff like that. Of course, you can overclock, which of course is gonna make it better, but I mean, like I said, it's not really a big deal. Quadrant scores are quadrant scores. As long as it feels fast, you're going through fast, no lag, you're good. So I mean, if you want it to get up there, you're gonna have to root it, you're gonna have to overclock it, you're gonna have to get a nice, probably a Sense ROM, because I noticed that the AOSP ROMs are not really running like good quadrant scores as a Sense ROM, so there you go, buddy. Hopefully that answered your question to your liking. Well, alright guys, last week, if you remember, I was having you guys vote on the hottest of the hottest nerdy girls of ManDroid's past. We had 15 girls to vote on, and you guys sure freaking did. You perverts. I love you. Well, you know what's funny though? The picture, this picture right here of supposed Felicia Day is not really Felicia Day. Yeah, somebody pointed that out. I don't know how you guys like just point stuff out, because there was something else too that somebody pointed out. But yeah, this is not Felicia Day, and I looked it up, and sure enough, it was on a website full of Felicia Day pictures, but guess what? Not Felicia Day. The reason why I picked this one, because it's a nice cleavage she got going on right there. Apparently this is some actress that I forgot who exactly it was. She just kind of looks like Felicia Day. So sorry about that, guys, but still, she looks similar to Felicia Day, and you guys still voted, some of you voted for Felicia Day, but fortunately she did not win. So who did win ManDroid's hottest hot nerdy girl of ManDroid's past? The ManDroid's hottest hot nerdy girl of ManDroid's past is Sassy Bob. Good job, Wait a minute. Wait. Sassy Bob got 6 votes, and Amanda McKay got 5 votes. And guess who didn't put their vote in? That's right, this guy, the host of this show that sucks. So just to make it fun, I'm gonna have to vote for Amanda McKay. So yes, we got a tie. All right, you two, mud wet wrestle right now. Get naked and okay. Sorry, dream I had last night and soggy sheets. Anyways, yeah. So we have ourselves a tie. We got 6 votes for Sassy and 6 votes for Amanda McKay. So I want you guys to vote between these two now. I was hoping this would happen, a little tiebreaker, see which one's the hottest. So yeah. Vote down in the comments below or leave me a comment on my G+ page or my Twitter or the Facebook. Vote for either Amanda McKay or Sassy Bob. I'm sure they both just can't wait to get their prize or have the satisfaction of being ManDroid's hottest nerdy girl ever. Well, alright guys, I appreciate you clicking into Friday's show. As always, make sure you subscribe to the Android Spin channel. Hit that thumbs up button. Show love with a like I always say. Check down below for all the social media you can follow me on. You know, just follow me. Make sure you check out my other channel. I just did a Dark Knight Rises film review. If YouTube finished processing it, it was weird. Alright guys, I am David, your Android junkie over at AndroidSpin.com, and this has been the ManDroid Show.